All right. Welcome back to the second episode of Dumb Squared. Cam, how are you doing? It's a morning episode today.
It is a morning. I slept through my alarm this morning. A little bit tired, but hey, we persevere. We thrive.
That's what these are for.
That's what these are for.
Sponsor us. So we kind of have an opener for today. Yesterday, me and Cam went golfing. It was really hot out.
Very hot.
Stories. There was some things that happened then that we could probably talk about, but Cam actually showed me a funny video. I'll let you yeah.
Yeah. So basically, I was just sitting at home. Me and my sister, we were just kind of hanging out, and we looked outside and we saw a woman going door to door, knocking, and I don't know if she was trying to sell something, or whatever it might be, but. My sister said you should bark at her. For those
as
one does.
You do.
For context, for those who don't know, I have a really good bark. It sounds like a big dog.
It is really good. Like I always ask him whenever there's an echo, I ask him to do it.
Yeah. So I said, yeah, sure. So we sat down in front of my front door and waited. And she rang the doorbell, and I started going off. I just barked and barked and barked. She was very persistent. She rang the doorbell twice. She knocked on the door a few times. And then she eventually went away. And my throat hurt, and I could barely talk after. It was not worth it.
It was good enough that you'd actually assume it was a dog.
Yeah.
And that no one was home.
Yes.
Clearly, if a dog was barking,
all of our cars parked in the driveway.
Yeah. If someone was barking like that, I guess you wouldn't assume someone was. But if a dog was barking like that and there was no owner being like, shut up, then you'd assume no one's home.
Yeah.
But in the video, Cam's like barking after the first ring, and then she rings the doorbell again. Cam keeps barking.
Yeah.
And then didn't she
She tapped on the window with a pen or something.
So I'm gonna play the video. I don't know how this is gonna work out for the actual video. But we'll see. I guess I'll do it so we can both watch it and then play it. I don't know how this is going to work.
Oh. You can hear my mom laughing in the background too. There it is again.
This is insane. Isn't that so good? Come in! Anyway, the video keeps going and Cam is barking.
Yeah.
Do you guys have a no soliciting sign on your door?
No.
So, on our door, we have one. But, like, people still show
don't.
up. So I'm wondering if they're, like, when they see it and they're, like, walking up and they're, like,
I don't see it.
hi.
Yeah.
Let me talk to you. Actually, funny story. My mom, she used to, in Saskatchewan, her roommates, whenever someone would knock on the door one time, just open the door naked. Butt naked. They never came back. Shocker.
Fair enough.
Shocker.
That's... Wow.
Yeah. Would you do
I should have
that?
done that. I should have opened the door butt naked and then started barking.
No, you should have just... Yeah, you open the door. I was going to say you just, like, have a conversation.
I think it would scare her off more. Like, if the dog barking didn't scare her off, knowing that it was me barking.
Yeah, you bark initially.
I bark initially, and then I go to the window beside the door, I open the blinds, and I keep barking.
Butt naked. Butt naked.
Yeah.
Pressed up against the window. Or, like, you know, like your face is squished against the... You know?
Oh.
Yeah, but his bark is really good. I told him he should have, like, barked, like... like, his bark that he does, and then he just gradually becomes more human, like, bark, 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 bark.
Yeah.
But did she eventually just walk away, or did you end up answering the door?
No, she eventually walked away after like a solid minute. Like,
Dude, she's trying to sell you something.
She definitely was.
Do you
she
know
got,
what? Or
she got
could you
someone
see?
across the street.
She got him. See, that's the thing.
Yeah.
You get got. If
Yeah.
you buy, like, I don't understand those people who come around, they're like, I have air conditioning that you should buy. what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, if I want air conditioning, I'll go look
Yeah.
for it. Don't, like, I guess, like, you got. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like,
Or the people who look and be like, your gutters look full. We can clean them out.
and they
It's like
get
you
up on
can't you can't see my gutters.
Yeah, exactly. They're like on your roof. They fill them in. They
Yeah,
like get up on your
exactly.
roof. I actually noticed that you have some sand in your gutters. I don't know how that got there. There's like a
Just
trail
full
of
of
sand
sand.
from his car. But yeah, so that's kind of just I wanted to share that story because I thought it was
It's a good
funny.
story.
But today we're actually going to be talking about COVID. COVID is kind of still going. Like it is. I
It's
would say
still-
it's
yeah.
on like the back end. Like it's like a
It's like the
it's like a
flu now.
lingering
Yeah.
fart. You know, it still smells a little bad, but it's in the wind now. I'm not an analogy guy.
Yeah, no,
Um,
that's yeah.
But when it was in full force,
yeah.
we were in high school. We were in 12th grade, and I kind of wanted to talk about initially, like, what was like your initial reaction to COVID? Like, when did you know it was like getting bad?
Yeah. Well, when it first started, I was looking at like stats and stuff, and it had been like, I don't know, 5,000 cases or something, and there were like 6 deaths, like when it originally started.
Mm-hmm.
So I made a post.
Wait, before you keep going, Cam in here it's a hot take.
It's a hot
so
take.
I'm interested to see where this is gonna go.
It was a hot take. I no longer have this hot take.
It's fake. It is fake. It's not real. It's the government trying to control you.
It wasn't too far off that, but no, not the government control part. That
They're watching us through the pigeons.
no, it was my hot take was like I posted and I said, guys, there's only been like a few deaths. It's really not that serious. Like everyone's kind of overreacting.
But when was this? Because
Early. This was early. This was
'Cause-
probably like March or April.
because I remember when it was
April or
yeah,
May.
like before spring break, right?
No, this was like during.
Oh, okay.
Like
because
just at the beginning of spring break.
I remember before spring break, it wasn't too bad. It was kind of in other countries getting popular.
Yeah.
I think Italy like
Popular.
I think yeah, it's kind of blowing up. You know, it's the new fad. Is that the right word?
Going
Fad?
viral.
It's going viral. I just repeated it. I didn't
It's a
even like.
virus.
Yeah, it's a.
Virus is like like a viral infection.
But I remember people doing like coughing on you jokes.
Yeah.
Which is just gross to begin with. Like you'd
You
walk
shouldn't
by.
do that anyways.
And it's
but-
like
Yeah.
on you, and it's like
Yeah. But yeah, I thought it was like I thought it wasn't going to be that serious, and I made it well known that I thought that. Maybe 6 months later, that post did not age well at all.
Yeah.
6 months later, we were in full lockdown. It was like, yeah, crazy.
I remember when it like the moment I knew it was like bad was one our spring break. It's 2 weeks, but at the probably like 3 days before we were supposed to go back
Yeah.
to school, they're like, we're actually extending it. Like
Yeah, we
we're
got, like, another
extending
week.
it 2 weeks,
Oh,
and I was
was
like,
it?
hell yeah! But I was actually annoyed because before that, during spring break, my dad and I were supposed to go to England.
Right.
Right? And we were literally like a day out. Like we were
Yeah.
all prepped, we're gonna go. And then my mom's like, don't go. And literally, if we would have left the next day, flights out of England, like closed. So we would have been stuck in England.
In England.
Which
Until
is
who knows
Yeah,
when.
until like months we would have been
Yeah.
in England. I would have came back with an accent. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know how that works.
I don't know
How
that
does
works.
that work?
I feel like
I'm touching him under the. I just stopped. I stopped with my feet. My hands are up here.
oh man.
But yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know
I
how
don't know. I don't
accents
know
work.
how the accents are a funny thing.
Yeah,
Because, like, we know a few people who live in England, and they come back for, like, months and months at a time.
They're here almost more.
Yeah. And, like, they still have their
They're
accent.
hanging on. They're
Yeah.
like fighting it.
But I do notice when they come back from England after being there for, like, a few weeks and being around other people who have an accent,
Yeah, it comes back.
it's a lot thicker.
It's like going to the gym. You know, your muscles come if you
Yeah.
skip out, they'll like come back. Little
Yeah.
signs for you. Yeah. So the next thing I have here is like what was our pandemic like routine. So once we were in COVID,
Yeah.
we were kind of had to stay at home. This is when you kind of weren't supposed to go out. You know, some people you still did, but I thought I was pretty good about staying home, wearing the mask, of course.
Yeah.
I'm not wearing a mask. No, I was pretty good at
Yeah.
wearing a mask. Like, I remember later into COVID when you were kind of allowed to do like one-on-one hangouts, like kind of extend your bubble. I'd hang out with friends, but we would always have a mask on. Like, even if it was just one-on-one. Like, you remember we'd go to the driving range and we'd all have our masks on, even when we're in the car. And like, but you know, things opened up. But did you have anything you kind of like maybe at home you
during
got into?
like the thick part of it,
Into
like
the thick of it.
no,
Into the thick of it.
no.
Boom. Oh, sorry.
In the like thick part of it, like when everyone was like full lockdown, couldn't leave the house, no one was outside. Me and my sister took up painting.
Do you have any pictures of it?
No, they weren't that good.
That's kind of what I wanted to see. 'Em.
We just went on YouTube and just looked up like how to paint this, and we would sit on the floor and have YouTube up on the TV. It felt like we were like 6 years old.
Sitting on like mat time.
Yeah, like we had like carpet time in our house.
Oh, sorry, that just unlocked a memory in my head. Like, do you remember? Did we have nap time in kindergarten?
I don't remember having nap time.
You don't remember that? I remember those circle mats. You remember the colors?
Yeah.
And they were in a pile in nap time.
I don't
You'd
remember
take it
nap
out.
time.
And, you don't?
I don't remember.
That's so weird. Sorry. Okay. Anyway, you can keep going. That just like
Yeah, but we would just paint like scenic pictures from YouTube,
of what? Like
just like sunsets.
you're
ocean.
watching like a Fortnite video and you're painting like.
No, it was literally like a step by step like draw
Maddie,
this
you'll
line.
like that joke.
What?
I said, Maddie, you'll like that joke.
It was literally just like draw this line. Draw this line under it. Do a half circle above this line. Shade with these colors.
Bob
Like
Ross.
it was literally like our paintings were almost 1-to-1 like with each other and with the video. Like they were so basic. Like they were so it wasn't like add whatever you want here. Like you can change these colors. It was like do this, then do this, you're done.
I'm gonna shake the microphone. No, but that reminds me. Have you seen those? Like, I think it's at Disneyland or Universal Studios where they like are in the big like it looks like a lecture hall, and there's someone drawing on the screen, and like they copy it, and then like there's a really talented artist, like it pans, and it's just like a horror version. Of
Yeah.
and he like shows, and you see like the instructor like, oh, it looks great, and you see him like see it and like. And kind of ignore it and just pan over because it is scary what this guy does.
I haven't seen that.
But yeah, so back to COVID. Something that I did during, I guess I would say near the end. Like this is when you were kind of able to go hang out with people again.
Yeah.
During COVID, it was like play video games, sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I honestly liked it.
I got into Animal Crossing hard.
Oh yeah. You have that. Here.
I grinded out Animal Crossing. I think I ended up being like, for those who know, I ended up being like, I think $2.5 million in debt to Tom Nook. That's a deep cut there. So if you know Animal Crossing, you know that you're grinding.
I started it. Really.
It's not really like a finishable game.
You just keep going.
Just keep going.
Does your island get bigger? That's what I was thinking. Like, or you can buy or go to other islands.
Yeah, you
right?
can go to other islands, but it was I had my little friends, a couple friends that I played with, that would like send me gifts.
Oh, like
I say a couple. I had one.
Maddie,
You know who you are if you're watching this. She probably won't.
on the island. So on our island, I think it's Rocket. It's the gorilla, the pink
I didn't
gorilla.
have Rocket.
Anyway, it was like a girl gorilla. Her name's Rocket, and she would always be so excited to see me. Maddie hated Rocket. She'd be like, Kai, you're back on the island. You have to come by my house.
Oh
And Maddie's
my
like, you're not
God.
going by her house ever.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I never really, I got it because it looked fun.
Yeah.
But for me, I'm like, I need like that competitive. Like,
Yeah.
Or playing with friends. Like
Yeah.
Animal Crossing, you can play with friends, but it's very just like, come look at my island.
Yeah, come look at what I've done.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah, like
that's-
play games
But
with
I
you. Yeah.
I do see the appeal for it.
It's a very relaxing game. It's a very
Yeah.
like mindless like
Ah, anyway, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
So
you were saying
what I was
video
saying
games.
before is like when COVID kind of like slowed down a little and we were allowed to hang out again with people. One of our friends, he would host. I don't think you came to these, but not at this point.
No.
But we would go to his house and we would just sit in a circle around a fire and just talk. And it was such a good time because, like, you know, you got to see your friends like once a week, every week. You kind of look forward to it. We didn't have a lot of other things going on. It was like first year university, so everything was online. So yeah,
That's another thing.
that is another thing. But we would just kind of hang out, go there. This was during the time I was making like YouTube videos a lot, so I have like a lot of it on video, which is cool. And I look back on. Those videos aren't published again. Maybe I'll put them on something later. But
Hinting.
but yeah, so like I don't think I really had like a routine or something I
No.
got into. Like I played more video games and became more of a couch potato.
Yeah.
But that was really it.
Yeah, I don't.
And
I
golf.
never really
I
had.
started golfing.
Yeah, I started getting into golf
Mhm.
more because it was really the only thing you could do like alone. We had a couple like viewpoints, like up at like the top of hills that we would all drive our cars to. We'd all-
Yeah, I went there a few times. I remember.
We'd all park in a circle and then open up our trunks and just sit on like the edges of our trunks.
6 feet away.
This was like when this is when restrictions like slightly lifted. Like you could see people, but it was still like not frowned
Yeah.
upon. But like you could see people, you could interact, but just like 6 feet away, masks.
Well, okay,
like,
going forward, if we're saying that we're like seeing people, we do mean we're following the rules. Like we weren't.
Yeah.
It wasn't like full on quarantine. Don't leave your house, and we're like going and like kissing each other on the mouth or like on the cheek, and like stuff like that. We were just kind of like we waited till after the restrictions lifted. What? But yeah, jokes aside, we like followed the rules. That is important, okay? But yeah,
Follow the rules.
I also have here. You said that like a weird random memory you have, something to do with birthday.
Oh yeah, yeah. So during quarantine, this was like early, I think. Cuz it would have started in March. End of March is when lockdown kind of started.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe early May. My birthday is in May, early May. And I spent my birthday because I couldn't really go out, hang out with friends, see people or whatever. But it was Mother's Day coming up, and we were gonna buy my mom a lounger, like a big sun chair. From
You mean like a gravity gravity
kinda,
chair?
yeah, like a sun like lounger, like what they have at like pools, like that kind of.
Oh, like the flat ones.
Yeah, like flat, and you can like change the angle of the
Yeah.
back. Yeah. So we bought her one of those from Rona. The only Rona.
No, I thought that was like a pun. Like Rona as in Corona. But
Oh, no.
no.
No. Rona.
All right, Rona.
We bought it from Rona, and it was the only one that had it available was like out by like the airport.
Oof.
Like it was a drive.
Oof.
It
For a
was
chair?
Yeah, it was about an
Damn.
hour drive for a chair. We took my sister's car and we get out there and we're thinking, okay, the chair's probably gonna come in like a few pieces and like it'll come in a box. We can put the seats down in the back of the car, load the box up, it'll be fine. No, the chair came pre-assembled and couldn't come apart.
What?
So
Take out the driver's seat, put that thing there, and you're like,
yeah. So we tried to fit it in the back of her car. We had all the seats down. We were trying to like even if the trunk couldn't close all the way, we had bungee cords like just in case. But the trunk didn't close at all and the chair would hang out from behind the car. It was big. And it was just the two of us. It was just me and my sister. We went all the way out there. My mom's at work. My dad was, I think,
so
he was out doing something.
You took this, like you bought the chair still?
We bought the chair online.
Oh, you pick it up.
Yeah, it was an online pick. It was curbside pickup. It was like this was when curbside pickup started.
So
and
like,
it was like, whoa.
the worker was like waiting there with your chair. He's like in the chair, like waiting on the curb.
Well, we walked up, we grabbed it, and we brought it back to the car. We couldn't fit it in the car. So we couldn't leave. We called my dad. We couldn't call my mom because it's a gift for her.
You just, we got this chair. I won in my room.
random.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, this is on my birthday. So these were my big plans.
That's some good birthday plans.
it was good because like it just happened to follow like the curbside pickup day was on my birthday. I didn't have any other plans because I wasn't going out anywhere.
Yeah.
My dad had plans with I think his brother. He was doing something because it was his brother's son, like my cousin's birthday, like a few days before. So it was like
I'm keeping the birthdays in
yeah,
the family.
it's a big clump in May. But we go out, doesn't fit. We call my dad. He can't come for like probably like just over an hour. We call my mom. She can't come, obviously. We called her just saying like, hey, we're not gonna be home right away. Just so you know.
Yeah, she looks. Why are you guys at Rona?
Yeah. Thankfully she didn't look. But we were sitting in the Rona parking lot. My sister was sitting in the car. I had the Sun Lounger out in the parking spot beside my sister's car. Just sitting.
Just hanging out.
I was using the lounger. Because we bought it already. Like, it's
Yeah,
ours now.
yeah.
Like, I can take a chair wherever I want and sit down, realistically.
The curbside guy's like,
Yeah. But, yeah, I was sitting there. That's how I spent my birthday. I have a video of myself. I took, like, a selfie video, and my hair is, like, so long, too, because I get my hair cut every 4 weeks. I don't know
Do you?
what you do. Mine's, like...
clearly not. I go from, like, buzzed haircut to
Yeah.
like this, like,
Yeah.
and it's long. I'm not gonna take my hat off, but
Yeah.
it's pretty long.
I get mine like clockwork. Like I go to my guy and he says, okay, he flips his schedule 4 weeks and then writes my name down. Next time flips it 4 weeks and writes my name down. So it's pretty regular,
Yeah.
like clockwork. So
I should do that.
yeah, I missed like 2 or 3 before I went to like
That's-
a Great Clips or something.
That's like a episode I have planned for later for us is like, you know, how good are you at being an adult and doing stuff like that? That's good. Me, I don't do that.
Well, it's not my choice. It's I go to
The
this.
guy's just like, I'm taking your money this day.
4 weeks.
How about
This
this day?
day.
You
Yeah.
actually want to have like back-to-back haircuts? Like you come in on Monday and then Tuesday?
For a little cleanup.
Yeah, just a little cleanup, just
Yeah.
touching up the edges.
Yeah.
Give me all your money.
Yeah.
Also,
He gets so money.
so money.
So
Money.
He gets so much money from my family because I go there, my dad goes there, my grandpa goes there, my uncle, my cousin. Like, he's got, like, every male on my dad's side of the family goes to this one guy. Every 4 weeks.
And he's bald though, right?
Yes.
Isn't that ironic? I mean, not bashing bald people or people who cut their hair. I'm praying. I try to limit talking about baldness. I'm just praying that I don't go bald. Don't look. That's why I have the hat on. But isn't that funny? You're like,
Yeah. Well, one time he said, "Oh, like you should use this shampoo," and like I forget how we got
what
onto
do
the
they
topic.
use?
Of
Do they use shampoo? Or are they like wax? You know, like with the wax, like a polisher, like. No,
like car wax?
do
No,
they
see,
use
they probably
regular
use,
soap?
they probably use like
scalp,
soap.
scalp
I
soap.
know some bald men use like oil to make it shiny, like a special like they literally oil up their head. Yeah, yeah. But
That's
yeah, I
interesting.
asked him. I'm like, "Oh, like, do you use that shampoo?" And he has glasses, and he stopped the trimmer. He looks at me in the mirror, and he just goes.
That's so good.
My bad, guy.
That's so
But like, stopped, glasses down, look at my head, bro. And I was like, yeah, fair. He's like,
Yo, you know when they like turn you around, put the mirror behind you, imagine he like turns you around and just like kneels so you can see the reflection in the top of his head.
it's so shiny. I can see the lineup. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh, I'm crying. I don't know why I do that. Like yeah. Oh. Okay, what else do I got here? Oh yeah, so we're gonna talk about grad. Grad is something that I want to talk about, or just like our school in general. I'm gonna focus on high school.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what started.
Yeah.
Do you remember like switching to teams, like online? It was a joke. It was a joke.
God, it was a joke.
I remember. I'm not gonna talk about too much because there's a lot, but like I'm gonna focus on PE, online PE. How stupid is that?
I didn't have online PE.
I did. I finessed it. Sorry, Mister. Ooh.
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 Doxed.
Doc.
First and last. Sorry.
You can't say that.
You can cut it out.
Okay.
Just make it like a bleep sound, like a censored, like.
Sorry,
like-
podcast listeners, for all the bleeping that probably just happened. Stop! Stop it! Stop it! But
Uh-oh.
so. But in the PE, we had to do our fitness test because we do dude, it would be like do your push-ups, sit-ups, in a sprint. I record myself doing the sprint, legit, dude. I recorded. They said like, just record yourself doing the push-ups. I always do a lot of push-ups and sit-ups when I do it, so I did a time lapse. But because on iPhone you can see every time it's gonna take a picture, I only did a move when I knew it was taking a picture. I think I did like 10, but it looked like I did 100. I was like, like going fast as hell because I would only move right when I saw the thing go around. It'd be like,
Oh my
you know,
god.
and I just same with sit-ups. I was like repping them out, and then fuck. Sorry again.
It's gonna be a
but
double
yeah,
bleep.
he was like, he was it was like wow, impressive, but I don't know if he was on to me. But I want to talk.
They
about
probably
that.
didn't care. Let's be real. They probably didn't
No,
care if
no.
you actually did the
I don't
push-ups
think
or
they
sit-ups.
We also
They
had-
just had to get paid.
yeah, yeah, for doing PE. That's the
Yeah.
best teaching job by the way.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember having to make like a golf video too. I went all out. Any video project,
Yes.
I went all out on.
Yeah, you've showed me that video.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I go all out on any video project.
Yeah.
Did you have anything like that of online school?
Yeah, I had a teacher, won't say their name.
Thank you.
But there was problems with me submitting my work through Teams. And a few of the things didn't get submitted properly. And I was showing up to every class, like joining the little meeting and adding my little like wave emote at the beginning to show that I was actually
Yeah.
there. He would also try and like catch people and be like, if you're still here, put a wave emote. Like in the middle of, like, he'd just be talking, he'd be rambling, and then he'd go, if you're still here, put a wave emote in the chat. And then people would, and then half the people just wouldn't.
Wouldn't, yeah. And they wouldn't even be listening.
Yeah.
So Jacob, you know the Jacob I'm talking about. You'll know it based on the story, it was an X Block PE, same
Yeah.
class, X Blocks PE. So start was at 7:30,
7:35,
something like
yeah.
that. And the class starts, teachers are talking, and they're like, doing attendance, and like some people's mics are on, and then you just start hearing like snoring. Like you hear snoring.
Oh,
And
no.
obviously their icon takes up the screen,
Yeah,
whatever. So it
yeah.
would be like teacher talking, like doing attendance, blah blah blah, and then it would just like black screen of just snoring. And then they were like saying, Jacob, wake up, like 'cause
Oh my
he has to
God.
either leave the meeting or
Yeah.
turn off his microphone. He can do neither of those
'Cause
if
he
he
is
is asleep.
Oh,
But yeah.
that's funny. Yeah, he sent me an email. Oh, I have to find it. He sent me an email, and it was the grammar in it. You'd think he was a 6-year-old.
Hitting the keyboard with two fingers.
Also, whoever redesigned the Photos app for Apple,
Yeah, confusing.
why?
Yeah,
Why'd you do that?
It's confusing.
Where is it? Here it is. It says, Cameron. The title of the email is missing work. That's it. Missing work. No, that's the whole title.
Yeah.
Cameron! Exclamation mark. I'm reading this verbatim.
Exclamation mark. Cameron!
Yeah, I am reading this verbatim. You are not checked the assignments? Question mark. You are not completed work? Question mark backslash. You are not submitting? Question mark. Some you have not even looked at them? Question mark. School is still on. Please, in all caps, complete and submit work. Mr. Blank. That's what the email looks like. It's
like
line.
it's like a
line.
haiku. It's like a haiku poem.
My
It's
favorite
like,
is-
it's like a line, and then it's like the next line, and
Yeah.
then the next. Like each sentence is its own line.
Yeah. I
That's
love
insane.
you are not checked the assignments.
You are not checked the assignment, comma idiot.
I felt like that's what was coming next.
That's insane.
And then it was when school finally opened back up and like you were allowed to go into class again. I hated online school. I hated it. It wasn't my style.
Really?
Didn't like it. No.
Interesting.
When it was like campus, the school opened back up again and you could go in. I went to like a couple classes because some teachers did it, some teachers didn't. But I went to his class. I was the only one who showed up.
I did that too.
After he had sent me that "Are you not checked the assignments?" email, I was the only person who showed up on that
That's
day.
crazy. Yeah.
And then the next day,
Wasn't that the last day of school or one of the last days?
it was no.
It was one of them, I swear, because I went in for pre-cal with
Yeah.
the old man that everyone loved, Hamburger.
Yes.
But dude, yeah, I went
He
in
retired.
and he was having he did retire that year,
Yeah.
and he was having Wi-Fi issues during our Zoom call. Like I'm the
Oh.
only one in this class while he's doing online class, and he's like clearly lagging out, and he's like, Hamburger, Kai, how do I do this? Kai, Hamburger, help, Kai, Hamburger. Yeah,
Oh.
awesome guy.
Yeah, great
Anyone,
guy.
if you know him, you know exactly what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. But I want to move on to. I'm gonna skip something. But I want to move on to like our grad. I know we had like a private graduation prom thing that I didn't go to. Cam, you did go
Yeah.
to this. But I just wanted to talk about what they gave us as a gift for graduation. Normally, if we had prom, we would get like a huge raffle of prizes.
Yeah.
The
and you
money,
get like a dry grad, which is essentially just a party.
yeah, you'd get like, and all this money we fundraise would go
Yeah.
towards all this prizes, all of the venue, renting, stuff like that. So when we graduated, we didn't get any of that.
Nope.
They gave us a t-shirt,
Mhm.
a blanket, which I use for my dog now. What else? And a drawstring bag, but the best one of all, $27.36 to the mall.
I don't remember getting that.
I remember because I was so angry. At that point, give me nothing.
Yeah.
Give me nothing.
Don't bother.
Literally,
Don't
don't
bother
bother.
with a mall gift card.
Because I'm more annoyed that I got that than, like, I don't mean to sound like, what's the word?
Entitled?
Not entitled. Not
Appreciative?
appreciative. Ungrateful. But, like, put me out of my misery. Like,
Yeah.
don't give me that. Because
Yeah.
now I'm clearly still, like it's,
You can't even go to the mall.
yeah, like
The mall was
I
closed.
can't even go to the mall. I can't go outside. It's like really
Yeah.
shooting me in the foot.
Yeah.
But yeah, that just pissed me
They
off.
also gave us a bench. Do you remember the bench?
No, I've never gone and seen that.
We had a bench up at it's one of the parks where everyone would take their grad photos there.
Oh yeah. Okay, I
Um,
know.
And we got a bench. The bench was already there, but we got a plaque on a bench. It was some like Dr. Seuss quote, and it said, "Grad class of 2020," and like our school. The plaque was there for about 3 months, and then they switched it out for something else.
Really?
We also
We might as well have just taken it. You know,
Yeah.
since someone had it.
Yeah.
Because now the city has it.
we had like a grad committee, and they wanted to do something like a legacy project or something, to like remember that.
Remember me. Na, 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 na. Remember.
I've never
me.
seen that movie.
I don't even know where it's from.
Coco.
I don't even know what I'm singing. Oh, that's from Coco? I have seen that.
I think so.
The last.
That's the Day of the Dead movie, right?
Yeah, the skeleton people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, our like legacy project thing was a tree. You remember the tree? We planted a tree. You
I
know,
don't remember.
this might get cut out. You know, outside of Gym C, there's that big grassy area in like the student parking lot.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Okay.
Yeah.
I know the tree.
So we planted a tree, and we were like, nice, this is cool. There were probably like 7 or 8 of us that all like helped plant this tree, digging holes, bringing the tree in, all that.
Dude, we had like 100 people carrying this tree like this.
And we put like a little netting around it so it was safe from like beavers because our school was next to like a swamp and there were a lot of beavers. We didn't want this tree to get.
Yeah, some fucking geoguesser is gonna be like,
Yeah.
I know where this is.
Yeah.
I've seen this.
Yeah. And then about 2 or 3 weeks later, I go back to pick up something. I think I was picking up like my yearbook or something. Tree's gone. They just ripped up the tree.
Fucked a tree.
Yeah. The PE department ripped up the tree and said, no, we need this space. No, you don't.
Yeah, like a 3 foot by 3 foot soil patch.
Yeah.
It's gonna grow. Anyway.
That's what we want. And we got permits from the city
Yeah.
to plant the tree. We had to do so much. Because, like,
Yeah.
I didn't
You
know
can't
this
just
at the
plant a
time. You
tree.
can't just go somewhere and plant a tree.
Is that considered like terrorism?
Eco-terrorism?
Eco-terrorism? Like, we should not... This is hypothetical. We're not actually going to do this. But we could just go and, like, plant hella apple trees just on, like, a soccer field. Just not tell anyone.
Well, I think... not
Just,
tell
like,
anyone.
you do, like...
No one will know.
Yeah, no one will know. What the hell are those guys? You're, like, digging the hole and I'm, like, dropping something in. Like, just keep going along the field.
Plant, like, a full, like, cedar tree just in
Just right
center
in the
field.
middle. Whoa, where did this come from? It, like, grows
Oh,
overnight.
my God.
Um,
Yeah, but we got all these permits and everything, and they just ripped up the tree.
That's fucked up.
We had to, like, measure it. Like, it had to be a certain distance from the sidewalk, certain distance from the school. Like, we had someone from the city come out and someone from the fire department come out to, like, ensure that it was an okay place to plant this kind of tree. Because it wasn't going to be, like, a massive, like,
Yeah.
80-foot tree, but it was going to be, like, it was going to be cute.
That's
It was
messed
gone.
up. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is like needles, like the vaccinations. How many vaccines did you get?
3, I think.
You got 3.
I think I
only
one.
got 2.
I think I got 1 and then 2 boosters.
Yeah, I got 2.
What'd you get? Which one? Which one did you get?
Don't know. I think I got Pfizer. I have the card in my
I got
wallet.
Johnson & Johnson.
Johnson, penis and penis.
No,
But,
I got Pfizer.
I only got 2, not because I'm anti-vax, but I hate needles.
Yeah.
And I'll start by saying when I went to go get my first shot, I was already a little anxious about it. Going in, it was at like a hockey arena. They had like
Yeah.
rows. It looked like a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting down in my chair, and it's like probably 5 rows.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, they had them like lined up.
Yeah, and it was like probably 50 people,
Yeah, it
50
was
people,
efficient.
50 people, and they're going down with the push cart, and just
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
and I'm sitting in the chair. I'm near the front, probably like 5 chairs in front of me, bunch in the back. A guy across from me, so parallel,
Yeah.
a little up. Like, I'm already stressed. I know it's coming. Like, the cart's like probably 30 people down.
You can hear it
I'm like,
rolling.
I'm like waiting. And then this guy just like got the shot. Like, I watched him and just threw up. Like, like projectile vomit onto like the floor and like splashed and hit the people's feet in front of him. And like, it was like a scene. And I'm already like, fuck. Like, I don't want to be,
Guys,
God. I'm like, I want this to be nice. And then, literally, this is like a movie. The guy probably like, I don't know, 10 seats behind the fucking cart's coming, and he starts going like, no, like
got him, like,
he's,
restrained.
strapped to the chair. He's like, no,
Jack.
I don't want it anymore. And he gets up and just like runs out. But he like, I was like,
God.
what is happening?
Oh
And then
my
the
God.
lady was so sweet though. Not to just jump to the next part, but the lady was nice. She was like, "Do you like needles?" I'm like,
Who likes needles? If you like needles, you gotta.
"Well, yeah." But yeah, so she was super nice. I was like, I'm not a fan of needles. I didn't want to be like a baby, but I was like, they're all right.
too scared
but
of them.
but I was like, yeah, I just won't look. And she's like, okay. I'm like,
Really emphasizing not
um,
looking.
yeah, I was like really kind of looking away, and I didn't really feel it.
Yeah.
Or I guess it doesn't go in there. It went in here. But it just, excuse me, sir. It goes in your shoulder. Oh, sorry.
Oh.
But yeah, so she put it in my shoulder, gave me a Shrek sticker or something.
Nice.
Or no, that was for my. No, that was for my wisdom teeth. She gave me a Band-Aid. So I made it through, but that was traumatic.
Yeah.
Like the events leading up, like the guy.
Yeah.
Why were you why would you go through the whole process to sit down? I mean, to be fair, I was probably about like on a scale of 1 to 10, like 4 out of 10 doing that myself.
Yeah.
Like an 8 being like I'm about to lose it as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got through it.
Yeah, mine were fine. I don't hate needles. Like, obviously, I don't like the feeling, but I don't get that, like, woozy, like, oh, there's a needle going into my skin.
I do.
Like, I don't get that. Like, the thought of it doesn't really get to me. It's more so, like, the feeling. Did you see those things, or did you do the thing where it's, like, after you would get your shot, you'd, like, swing your arm around? You see that online
Oh, yeah,
anywhere?
yeah.
And, like, it wouldn't hurt?
Do you remember when we'd get them in school? I'm gonna talk about this in a little. They'd be like, "It hurts when you get punched there."
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course, you're whether I got a shot there or not.
Yeah.
You are still punching me.
You know,
They'd be like, "You got a shot?"
yeah. Yeah, and it was always like the older kids, because the older kids had already gotten their shot.
Yeah.
And like they
Yeah.
would pick on us.
Yeah. Oh,
I remember one person very vividly punching me in the arm after I got my like immunizations, like in grade what, you get them in grade 6? Yeah.
6.
'Cause
And
it
then
was
every no, they wouldn't get them before us. They'd get them so it wouldn't be older kids. We get it every first year of a new school.
Yeah,
so 6, grade
the
9.
older kids would have gotten
Yeah,
in.
they would have got like okay, I understand.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought you meant like same day.
But when I got my like COVID shot, I got my date for whatever, like the immunization, like they send it to you through like a text or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I was at work and I was working with one of my friends. And I'm like, "Oh, I just got my date. It's this day at this time." and she checked her phone, and it was the same day, same time, same place.
Oh, nice.
And so I was like, oh my god, that's fun. So we carpooled there together. We drove up together, walked in. She was sitting like right in front of me. I was sitting behind her, and like we were just like chatting and everything. And then cart came by, and she's like, oh, okay. She turned, got her shot, turned around, kept talking to me. I'm sitting there like chatting with her, got my shot, and then we just both walked out. They stamped our cards and sent us on our way. It was like, it was the easiest thing. Like,
I would have loved mine to go like
Yeah.
that. I went alone
yeah.
in my car. I like, dude, I was stressing the whole way there. I guess this is, oh, I forgot. Sponsors of the show. It's us. If you're liking what you're watching or listening to,
I was so confused. I was like, what?
I meant to do this earlier, but yeah, if you like what you're watching, consider subscribing or following us on whatever.
Whatever platform you get your
Spotify, yeah.
Whatever.
You're listening, watching, whatever. Or if you want to, we have clips. We post little clips on TikTok and Instagram, stuff like that. But anyway, yeah. So the next thing I wanted to talk about was in grade 9, we had to get the shots, kind of like what we were talking about. And in grade 9, you're kind of new to high school and you don't want to be like lame, I guess.
Yeah.
And I don't like. I tend to not be like, say, jumpy or squealy. I hate needles, but I don't like, obviously. Day to day, I'm scared of them. I'm only scared if I know it's coming.
Yeah.
But I remember, when you're getting called down, you're dreading it, or at least I'm dreading it. And I went down, and I forget who was in line with me, but I remember talking like nonchalantly. Like I was like, it's whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm talking to this person. I can't remember who it was, but I'm talking to them like, yeah, it's like, we'll get it and go back to class. And they're like, yeah, I don't care much for needles. And I'm like, yeah, me neither. It's nothing. I love
I'm
needles.
used to them. I love them. I use them every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I'd love to donate blood, and I do plan on it, but that is the thing holding me back. That is what's holding me back. I don't care about seeing blood leaving. I don't care much about blood. It's the needles. But anyway, so we're going to get our needles, and there's like a mat in the corner with like a little cooler next to it. And I'm like, oh, like, I wonder what that's for. I get my needle, and it was pretty much like 5 stations where they had the nurses giving the needles, and I was probably at like the first one. So not only could everyone see me in line who's waiting, and then there's 4 behind me, and they'd kind of like come out of line, walk down to their thing. Once you get your shot, you'd leave and walk down and go out.
Yeah.
But at the end is this mat with the cooler next to it. And I got my shot. I was worried, but I got my shot. I was like, okay, I'm fine. And I get up, and I start to walk down, and I get lightheaded. And the nurse tending this mat and cooler was like, come over here, son, come over here. So I'm like, I'm kind of like,
Loopy.
like lightheaded, not loopy, just like I'm going to pass out. And she sits me down on the mat. I'm like up against the wall and the mat, I'm like this. She gives me a juice box from the cooler and like a cookie. And I'm sitting there like, and the girl, I think it might have been McKenna. I don't know. I remember it was a girl now. She was walking, like she's behind me in line. We were just talking about it.
Yeah.
And she passes me, and I'm like I look like such a loser. And I'm the only one sitting on this mat with a juice box because I need the sugar.
Yeah.
It was so embarrassing.
I don't remember my grade 9 shots.
It's okay. It might have been traumatic. You might
have just blocked it and repressed it.
Yeah, just it's gone.
I don't even remember where they were.
It was in the cafeteria. So you remember?
Yeah.
Oh, there's like 2 aisles. We'd line up down the first one when there's like the side part and side part.
Yeah.
You'd go down this side part, go up, and then go up the other side part, and then they were lined up there. But
I don't remember that.
Yeah, that was really it for that. But
yeah, I've never, even like the grade 6 ones, like I never really passed out. Like obviously you feel that kind of like I don't know if the rush is the right word, but like, what's in this syringe?
Where can I get me some of this stuff?
Like they give you the shot and you feel that kind of like the cold sensation like through your body, like not quite goosebumps, but like you know when you get like scared or something, or like you
I don't
almost
get scared.
shut up. You like almost like you trip and you almost fall and you get that kind of like everything kind of goes cold for a second.
Trip and almost fall. No.
No?
I'm athletic. I don't do that. I'm just kidding. But yeah, yeah, I don't really
I
know. Maybe
remember
it's just
getting like kind of like a whoo, and that was fine.
I think for me that was like the head rush of like I'm gonna pass out.
Yeah.
Um,
Have you ever passed out?
I did. When I was actually staying at Maddie's university, I wasn't eating, I guess, and I woke up in the morning. I was like, holy shit! And I'm like, I'm gonna go to the sink. It was like a movie. I was like, oh, what do I see in a movie?
They go to the sink and
they go. Yeah, they look. Yeah, that's what I was doing. Yeah, that's exactly what I did. I was like you know, oh, I don't feel so good. Yeah, like something doesn't feel right. I'm like, why? I'm like, hey, Maddie's in her Zoom class.
Yeah.
Like she's in Zoom. I remember being like,
Hey.
and being like, and hearing like her Zoom class started like getting muffled, and I was like, and I like
Here we go.
and I like lean up against the wall, and I was out, and I slid down the wall and thump, and I like come to, and Maddie's like, did you just pass out? And then I just remember hearing like, you know, and like blacking out. It was like my vision.
Yeah, it
like,
turns into like a cone.
star. Yeah, and then it
And
went,
then it
and then it expanded back out. But yeah, I did pass out.
Yeah. I passed out eating chicken nuggets after I got like 4 teeth removed once. I was sitting at my table eating chicken nuggets, and I felt like I was gonna pass out, and I had a chicken nugget in my hand. I went to go bite it, and then I passed out, and I woke up like sitting on the bathroom floor with my shirt off. I don't know.
What? So was it the chicken nuggets or was it the teeth?
Well, no, I don't think the chicken nuggets knocked me out. I had just lost so much blood from having like 4 teeth pulled.
What did they do it like a caveman? Like from the root? What did they do? Why were you bleeding that much?
I don't know. I mean, you lose a lot of blood when you get a teeth pull. One teeth.
I think they did it. I think they do it.
I don't know.
Professionally,
But I just kind of like
he's losing a lot. We're losing him. We're losing him.
I get my teeth pulled and I just flatline.
Oh my god.
No, but I woke up and my shirt was off and I was sitting on
In the dentist.
My hygienist has the pad. Oh
no! I'm awake. I'm up.
Oh my god.
Okay, we have to move back. We have to go back to COVID. Last thing, I remember there was like things of like anti-vaxxers would make up stuff about
conspiracies
about like what the vaccine does to you, and one of them was that it made your boobs bigger. That's really all. I just want to say that. I don't know. It definitely was not true. Because I think I got 2 of them, and like I'm still pretty flat. That's really all we have for the episode today. Do you have any little thoughts? Or?
No,
No.
that's about it. You plugged us. We're good.
Again, subscribe, like it, comment. You know, all that.
First.
Lovely. First, I am here first. That's going to be me. I'm going to be like, yo, guys, this is a sick video. Polaroid for the episode. Cam is doing the honors.
Oh.
Make sure that flash is on.
Yes, sir.
We have a plan for these eventually. But we're not going to say what yet.
All right.
Is on?
It's on.
Make sure I have no burgers in my nose.
Burgers?
Burgers.
Okay. You think we're good?
I don't think you're in it. Look in the reflection of that thing. That's kind of weird.
I can't really see myself, but I think
I'll just get closer.
Get ready?
Yeah.
Oh, it worked!
It worked. I thought it didn't work.
And then it's got the film on it.
Oh! You don't have to put it face down.
You don't?
I don't think so.
I think you should.
Sure. All right. So we took the Polaroid.
Yippee!
Yippee. that's gonna be all for today's video or podcast. I guess,
Video.
whatever you're watching on.
If you're watching us,
listening to us, thank you, and we'll see you next week.
bye.
Bye bye.